Hey. Question for you. I bet this is question what is bothering you every day, and we call it $1 million question. Did you ever ask yourself why, if you are single, why I can't attract real love? Or if I attracting, they're not always the right ones, and I always attracting the wrong ones. And in the end, I'm feeling disappointed and stopping believing in love. Is that you? Is that you? What you always thinking after your last breakdown, after your last divorce, after anything, you're saying, why is this happening to me? And today, international multiple award winning fashion designer, but at the same time, award winning success mentor and love coach. Why is this connecting fashion designer and love coach? In fashion, I'm already like more than 14 years. My fashion and designs went all over the world. I am in the magazines. I am in the, on TV and radio and everything. And everybody starting questioning me, how do you attracting this success? And yes, 6 years before, I was single. And I was kind of a little bit struggling, as you all know yourself. If you are a single woman, if you're a career woman, and if you're a man, that's okay, but kind of a little bit now about women, but it works very much the same. So I was actually working a lot, being single mom after divorce. I was really working a lot and giving all my time for my child and for my dream, for my business. And actually happened in the end, but I was noticed whatever I meet is not the right ones, or if it's right ones, I think, very quick show up, what is not, and we breaking up. And I'm left on my own again and again and again. And then I'm just fed up, and I said, you know what? But especially when you're being with the child, you don't want what your child would see you every time with the wrong, like, dad. So I kind of felt it's not only me affecting, it's actually affecting my family. Because my son, he was very open, and every time he gets friends, he gets kind of close to the man. And of course, man wants to please me, so he pretends or not, but being friends for him. And in the end, boom, that person is gone. It's actually affecting for the child as well. It's not only me who was already fed up and starting losing the faith for love. And I really was starting thinking why I can't attract love. So then I went a lot. I went a lot like in teachings. I went to the retreats. I went into the I'm leaving my business, my child for a week to go somewhere with no phones, no nothing, especially because when you go to holistic retreat, everything is taken away for you because that's what you have to do, connect only with yourself. And I noticed, I find many things where nobody talks about it. Nobody tells you. They just on dating sites. If you ever want to go on dating sites, just write it down in the comment. Did you ever tried dating sites, and how is that happened to you? How is that end up? Maybe you met somebody, and I'm very happy for you. It didn't was happy for me. I was actually more disappointed because on dating sites they only looking at your picture. Nobody cares who you are. I felt like just a beautiful picture in magazine, and everybody looking and picking you, and then they unpicking you, and then you're feeling like, wow, nobody likes me here. Why? Again, it was another things what I actually was taught. I have a problem and issues because I thought I'm too gorgeous for them. And they always asking me, what the hell are you doing here? You're so beautiful, go and look, you must be having somebody, or you want only money. Or it's always was this issues where they always judging me by the book, by the cover, that say, and I never could find that connection on that pictures only. And whatever description is there, or chatting. And many men loves just chatting. And you never know, are they married? Are they what? They just love chatting and to have a girlfriend or friend online to chat. And you actually I actually talked with many of my clients, and they were saying it actually was like that. They was talking and they felt, they got used to that. But in the morning, somebody say, oh, good morning. And then in the evening, oh, hi, how are you? And then good night. They got used to that, and they actually felt that's maybe okay. I can actually live with that. Maybe I should stay like that, just saying hi, bye, and then you don't need to go do any dinners or laundries for your other side, other half. It's like a lot less commitment, if somebody just at the end of computer. But actually, I didn't like it at all. That not made me happy. And then I went for the speed dating. Then I went, I really done pretty much everything to find love. And I tried, and yes, I was attracting men, but they was not what I wanted. And I thought, they, like all good men, gone. But actually, when I worked and I learned from my teachers, when I worked with my teachers and really, really big gurus about self-development, about self-love, about that, I noticed that actually it could be a lot more deeper. And I noticed what maybe they're not all that bad. Maybe is somebody left in there for me. And took me only 2 months after I discovered this new formula, what I want to reveal you today. And this formula really opened my eyes and opened my heart, actually, opened my field for attract a man. And then when I worked, took me only 2 months when I discovered this formula, when I created this formula, because like I was using like one teacher's, another teacher's, that teacher's, and then I put everything in one. I see what works, what's not. Then I done a couple classes to see is it working for others. And it did. I seen amazing results, like what some girls like went home after retreat and they got answers straight away. Like next day, the girl was sending me message like, oh my God, I didn't think it will be getting so fast. I'm actually not very ready. So, be careful what you wish for because it really, really sometimes could be very fast. It depends on this, what I want you to talk today. And this is actually 5-day free challenge on our group, the Royal Magnetizers, for money, love, and abundance and health. But today I'm actually giving you extra special teachings, extra special class to answer you that question, because I'm getting this every day. Why I can't attract love. And I will reveal this secret today, why you can't. And when I unlocked that, my life changed, not only in the love life, but actually changed in money-wise as well. I started attracting things in my business life. I started attracting amazing clients, what I never thought I will ever get. Like now I'm working with celebrities and stars where I'm dressing them for the red carpet in Venice Film Festival or Cannes Film Festival. Like I'm just today got 2 opportunities to work for another musicians, and in the videos and in the movies. I'm like, oh my God, more you work on yourself, more you loving yourself, and more you know what you want. And more you do what I will explain for you today, everything comes to you a lot easier. So take your time, watch it, and if you feel something is there, write it down in the comment, okay? Say, yeah, that's me, or I know somebody who it is, and tag your friend, because this what I'm revealing, it will be helping for many women and men. It could help exactly for men as well. But today I'm kind of talking more with women, but with men, it works as well. So this is very important. And if you don't know yet, but I know many people do, but actually many people don't. And I didn't know. And there's nothing wrong to not know or know. It's just how we're using that. So many of us, beautiful and healthy souls, we have this energetic points. It's called chakras. And I think many of you already know, yeah? And all them chakras, it's like tunnel for all your energy, and that's mean tunnel for all your things to come. If you know, like root is actually stability, you know, you're feeling safe, you're feeling stable, and you kind of like standing on the floor with your 2 feet. Like you're really stable, you really know where you're going, you really know what you're doing, you know your life purpose. But if something in there blocked, if you say, you know what, I do not know what is my life purpose. Like, you know, that times when we sometimes, you know, like especially when we being kids, and many of us, you know, adults asking, who do you want to be when you grow up? And for many kids, it's actually a huge problem because they don't know what they want to become. From the childhood, I knew I want to be a fashion designer. And actually, very interesting, my mom and my granddad, they both was dressmakers and tailors. But actually, me being 7 years old, I wanted to be a fashion designer. Not just dressmaker or seamstress or whatever people call or tailor for the little village. I wanted to go worldwide. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. So this point is like for your, what do you want to be in future? Are you feeling happy what you're doing in your life? Like I know many people who hate them jobs, like hate, goes to work with a terrible feeling, and then I hate Mondays, and then oh my God, this Friday, let's celebrate 2 days, celebrate, or 1 day normally, you know, only, and then we keep going again, hating our job. I love what I do. I love teaching. I love fashion. I love designing. I love creating. I'm just exploding of this feeling. I'm so know what I'm doing. I'm so on my 2 feet. Do you know who you want to be and who you are in your life? If you say yes, please say yes. If you say no, book where my book your free planning your future planning session ASAP. That's first. If you don't know what you want to be, and if you don't know what is makes you happy, if you hate your job, this being blocked. And when we are having this, you know, like if you have a road, and that road is like, you know, like normal motorway, and car going nice, and then you see big something, it's blocked. So what is happening? Energy or car, and then gets traffic, and many more cars wants to go there, but they blocking. That's exactly what's happening for our energy. And I'm talking more and more with people what they're saying, I have no energy. Like, I don't know, I just don't want to do anything. That's the first lock. Was actually locked and blocked, where energy can go, and you don't want to do anything. You just want to sit and do nothing. And that's where starts depression. So that's one huge block. Then it's another one, and it is actually our sexual energy. And that's very much for creativity, for, you know, like I'm working on my sexual energy every day. And it's not to rise up my sexuality or something. It's actually to rise up my energy, my creativity. Thank you. My creativity, and actually to become more and more. Oh my God, I can't do this. More and more with this kind of, I know what I'm doing and I know how I want to do it. And I love what I'm creating. And every time when I create whatever it is, you know, I always say, you know what, I know what I'm doing. And when I create something, it comes from me. Like if I have just great idea, oh my God, yeah, that's an amazing idea. That's where it comes from, your sexuality, from your woman power or man power. And what happens then if it's not happening like that? People say, I have no idea. Like in work, people saying, you know, for this some project, and they say, I can't say anything. I just feel like empty. I have no idea. Because your sexual energy is blocked, your second chakra. So again, if we say, okay, that car somehow passed that block, and we have another block, another block. Then for that car, it's very hard. It needs to go around again and again. It's very hard. It takes a lot of energy from person who's already don't have an energy to go and do. And that's why we feel hate. But actually, when you're rising your sexual energy, when you're rising, your ideas is just flowing. It's like, I'm telling you, I have barely having sleeps because I have so much ideas. And actually people feel my energy and they say, Asta, I have an idea. Do you want to do it with me? And it's like, how do you know I like that? Because when you know what you like and people feeling your energy, they actually come in and saying, let's do it together. So you're attracting a lot more amazing projects, amazing, ideas, amazing people in your field. And so why is this happening when it's blocking? This is sexual, okay? So it's like, nobody really wants to talk. It's like taboo. So where that could come from, could be when you was maybe a younger girl and somebody told you, and you put on some beautiful dress, and somebody told you, put on that dress, like take it off that dress, put on something longer, cover up your, your legs, or cover up that. And your sexuality, when you are being beautiful flowers starting growing and starting, like blooming like this flower, somebody comes and say, hide it, cover up. It's not good. It's not, nice how you dare. And especially it does that in the churches and everywhere, because everybody, man, higher, like churchmen or whatever, like hospital, in the schools. I remember when I was going to my art school. In the school, I could not, present myself, could express myself. So when I was going to my art school, I was wearing my denim skirt, like it was normal length. It was not mini, actually. Actually, it was on the knees, like it was not mini at all. I didn't really like mini. Never really liked it. Later, maybe I did, but not in that time. And then I put on big jacket, like with big shoulders, shoulder pads, big belt. And I always would wear big earrings. Like I loved big earrings. I don't like little yokes, little nothing. I need to be seen. And that times was, like rock style, like big something. And I had this big pink kind of metally kind of swirls, kind of like I was huge and bright. So I'm all going all beautiful for myself and I'm all so excited. And my director of the school, he said, Asta, take them off. You look like, the cans for beer hanging on your ears. I'm like, what? And I did not take it off. I said, and because it was actually private school, I said, my mommy paying money, so I do whatever I want. Cheeky monkey. But actually I was offended, like, how you dare? I came in here to do art, not to be listening your control. And actually my mom was very free will, like she never controlled us. She never said nothing, take care of this or not take care of this. I remember was one summer was so warm, and in my country, like I'm from Lithuania, and it was more than 30, like so warm. And we was wearing only the tops with no bras, and was so, you don't want anything to restrict you and make you warm. And my mom said, I think that's a little bit too much. But I think many men will go after you with the wrong reasons. And that's only one part what she ever told. Because yes, it was very silky top, nipples was showing pretty much a lot, and all that. And she just was thinking what some men could go wrong idea and maybe he will want you for the wrong reasons. And she was right, she was right. But when you are free, when you are a child, when you are a young girl, when you are getting blooming like a flower, you don't need the stops and blocks and don't do this. You are to this and you are to that. put it away, that short skirt, or do this, like they kind of controlling you and starting putting you in the box of that your beautiful sexuality. Because actually men, or older men or churchmen, they don't want what someone beautiful come in the church and distract them, because they know like they are hungry men in there. And actually that was the biggest problem for many women, to be this free woman. I'm not saying, not nice way, but I'm saying the woman who don't know really that innocent, she don't know what she's doing, like showing up too much or something. Men already looking at the sexual stuff, and that's why many people getting blocks. Or if it's like somebody a little bit extra curvy, or somebody's too skinny, or somebody's that, and starting, world giving this, you're supposed to be this side, you're supposed to be that, you're supposed to be, because of the models, because of this, people starting getting them kind of in their own head blockages, what I'm not good enough, I'm not beautiful enough, and they kind of pushing down their own sexuality. And this is so huge. So if you ever just think now, is anybody told you what you are too beautiful, or maybe you too much open, or you too much short, or you just say yes in the comment and say, yeah, that happened to me. Somebody pushed me down because I was maybe too gorgeous. And you are too gorgeous and others can't handle. But that's not your problem, that's them problem. And when we're blocking that sexual energy, it's actually blocking your energy. As I was showing, the car can up, energy can go up, and is actually blocking something there. And blocking to go up higher. Another energy is actually third chakra, where it's blocking your emotions. And this is huge for many people, but actually we calling this Manipura. If your emotions, if you're afraid, if you're scared of open business, if you're scared of go and ask for high rising money, for your working employment or whatever, if you're afraid, if you're scared, that emotions what sitting in your stomach, and you could have huge problems with stomach. And what's happened then, your emotions actually takes over and you're not doing anything what you're afraid of. But when you're afraid, you actually stuck. So if you are stuck, and this is very big, in here comes like huge block. Whatever, you can rise your sexual energy, you can rise and you go nowhere. Because fear, scarcity, blocks everything. Like everything. So if you ever had a relationship where they end up not that nice, you scared to go further. Them scarcity sitting at your stomach and goes nowhere. And what happens then? That block blocks everything. That block blocks your love life, your money wise, money life. It's actually on the stomach. And ask yourself, and if you say yes, just write it down. Yes, that's me. I actually had huge problems with my stomach, like huge. And I need to know what I'm eating. But I actually looks like, I discovered later what I am celiac. I can't tolerate no gluten. Like it have to be only gluten-free and no lactose. But actually my stomach, I was eating 2 tablets a day before every meal. Like every meal, 2 tablets, every meal, 2 tablets. And if I not take them tablets, my stomach just not digesting, just like it was so hard. And it was actually embarrassing because sometimes I could forget my tablets, and that's mean I can't go have a dinner. I can't, now when I unlock that and I work on that, I have no tablets ever now anymore for 6 years. Only 1 tablet would be Simple Rene for my rising kind of assets, because when I go to a restaurant, very, very hard for me to know what they putting, because that's where's the hardest part for me to go to restaurant. Because if you say I'm celiac, they look at you like, which planet you come from? In here is all real butter everywhere. It's real this, real that, and I'm in trouble. But that's because of allergies. It's not because of my blocks. I moved it, I removed it. I really was really doing a lot of exercises and to releasing. And actually, when I unblock that, money, finance came to my life. Whoa, I'm like, okay, so you okay to pay that? Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, how do I dare to say that? I thought I'm not worth it, that money. But at the same time, I was afraid and scared what somebody saying no to me, but they were saying, yeah, no problem. And for me, I was like, what? Your brain is not getting it, because in there is always blocks of not take that, that kind of money, amount or something, because I did not think I worth it. And at the same time, I was wondering where it's like, why am I not getting that much paid? Because it was blocks and blocks and blocks. And then the biggest block for me was actually, tell me something new, my nose is itchy. Thank you, will get news. The biggest block for me was my heart. And when my heart was blocked, so this is money, okay? So if you have a blocks in your stomach, and if you have a really like problems with digestion, that's not about your digestion. That's about blocks and fears in there. And if you think, oh, this is just, energies and all, everything is energy. Everything. And if it's something blocked in here, nothing can go over here. So imagine if you need to go through road and you're going on motorway, but motorway is closed. So we're going through the old road where it actually goes ding, 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 ding. Takes us a lot longer to get to the point. Takes us a lot harder, a lot more energy until we get to the point we're already tired. That's it. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm too tired. I felt it's so hard. Why does this have to be so hard? Did you ever ask yourself, why does this have to be so hard? It actually could be very light and easy. That's exactly how I live, and that's exactly how my clients live. So when we have a blocks in the money-wise, money not coming and not coming any good opportunities, then we have a heart. The heart is like a biggest sun in our body. It's like biggest working product. It is everything. It's working, and we all united. And don't ever think what you are on your own. You actually united just the same as your body. Everything is united with all other products in our body, all other organs, and if one little bit suffering, everything started suffering. And that's exactly why this blocks works problematic if it's one of them not in balance. So when I looked at my heart, when I went in the first retreat, the energy healer, she straight away said, oh girl, your heart is like stone blocks in there. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what does that means at all. Like, I really did not know. Because I was not that person who was ever hearing about chakras. Nobody want to talk about it. Because if we all will do this, we all will be successful. We all will be happy. So how document will control us, scare us and all that? As they're doing every day on the news, on magazines, on newspapers, they all do just scare you. So I hope you're not watching all of that crap to scare you. But when we was going more and more deeper into retreat, I actually started working on me and all that. And then I find my huge block in my heart. Oh my God, I was puking. I was running in toilet in time. Like my system was just releasing from all corners this negativity. And that was because when I was 7, 8 years old, I was in a beautiful family. I had my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, and I was the youngest one, happiest one. Oh my God, I was so bubbly child. Like seriously, I would not go to sleep about kissing everybody, about giving them good night, kissy, kissy, love you, kissy, kissy. Then I run away, then I come back, and they was like, "Jeez, she's again." I was just so bubbly, like so happy. And my dad, he was my hero. He was like 2 meters high. He was a soldier before, and he actually build a stadium for the Olympics in Russia in Moscow, and he was our hero. We was waiting, this kind of big man come home from work, and like he was like my hero. And I was always saying, I will marry you when I grow up. And he was like, so what we will do with mom? I didn't know. I did not know what to answer, but I'm like, I don't know. I just marry you. I was like, every daughter, every girl is falling in love in them dad. And then one morning, he gave me a hug and he gave me a kiss, and he was like, he was just about getting ready to go to work. And of course, I am all over, kissing and all happy, and he just gave me this teddy, big, huge hug and tells me, you are the best thing in my life. You are everything for me. And of course, I was so happy. I was so happy. He loves me. Everybody loves me. Like, seriously, everybody loves me. Like, neighbors, they were saying, oh, this is like, I was so bubbly. You would never see me crying, like, ever, because nobody could make me sad. And next evening, like after that morning, in evening, I got news. Just neighbor passed by and she was like, do you know your dad just commits suicide? Just like from nowhere. Just like, do you know it will be raining? For the child, for the young little girl who's actually was playing happily, and she just like dropped this bomb from nowhere. And definitely she did not have a clue what she's talking, because normally you shouldn't do that. Your mom should tell me that. But actually, it's my life turned upside down in that second. I have to go and look for my mom to tell her this news. I have to look for my dad, my brother, because he was already working. I have to do all this. And I remember I sitting in the bus and going, like, child who not supposed to be on her own yet, going on the buses. It's just like, when I'm looking now how kids is so protected, and how I was like being made me grow up on that time. But on that second, I become a family carer or something, I don't know. And really something break in my heart. And the biggest point was, just in the morning, he told me he loves me. Just in the morning, he was saying I am the best thing ever that happened to him. And then he left me. He made some like suicide. He done that. It was not was like some accident or something. And my heart was just like, whew. If he left you, nobody will love you ever. Like, if he loved you but did not stay with you, who will love you more? You are probably waste of, you are crap. You are shite. I was getting all this, in my mind, and I'm like, how is this happen? What is like, and nobody talked with me. Every child, like my son, my brother was already, like, he's 11 years older, and he was already adult. He completely different way took it. My sister, what was only 2 years older than me, completely different way took it. I took it hugely different way. And actually, it stayed in me for 34 years. And all whatever I was doing, no matter how hard I tried to find love, I always was looking first to run away from this. Because I was worried subconsciously, not knowing, because you do a lot of things without knowing. You're just doing because you believe it. And that's it. That's your belief. That's it. What they will leave you soon. So I will leave them myself first. So I will be happier than somebody leave me. I hate that, what somebody would leave me, and actually nobody left me. I left all of whatever I was dating and whatever I was married because I always find some problem in the person. What I know now, I probably would be still married because now I understand why he actually become what he become. As that time was like, oh, you don't love me, okay, I'm leaving you, because where's the point to be there? And actually was opposite. He felt always, you don't love me. And actually he was right. My heart was so much blocked. It like was underneath the huge box. And like really, like that woman said, it was like a stone. I felt no love for really anybody. My child actually changed me a lot. But actually, whatever I was coming in any relationship, they was just end up the same. Because I did not change. I was carrying on all these blocks with me everywhere. And then, of course, on the road for happiness was more bigger stone, was more bigger block. So how can I get money when I'm angry all the time? No good customers could come to me. No love, no good ideas, because all I'm worried why nobody love me. That kind of why and scarcity is more and more rises. Because if I break after divorce, of course I was scared to get another one. And then when I got somebody, he actually ended up being very much the same like my ex, And then my scarcities was growing, and then my heart was locking more and more and full of crap and full of disappointments. So it's like everything was just growing and growing and growing. It's like a snowball. And then the throat chakra, when I came, like when I finished with my man, and when I finished with my dad finished with our life, I never had an opportunity to tell him how I felt. For my dad, I did not have opportunity to ask him and say anything for him. So my throat was blocked. Like I could not say anything because I don't have with who to talk. And like I said, that time nobody talked with us. It was like person was there and person gone. That's it. Yeah, okay, so keep going. And I am like screaming in there. Why is this happen? What is like, oh my God. Nobody talks with me, and I could not talk with anybody. I just put on more mask of that happy girl. But this time I was not really happy. I was pretending to being happy. And this block on my throat was actually, in the end, I got my overactive thyroid. Because that's your throat, that's your blocks, and that's where your thyroid sits. And controls all your body system and controls all your energy and everything. So if it's in there, it's blocks, as I had from my dad, and then I had from my ex, because I never told him really how I hated and how he done this and how he done that and why he what and all. We never talked really properly and always end up just screaming, but not really from the heart. And then, of course, any other man what was in my life, I was just hating them and whatever. I don't want to talk with you. Who cares? And all them blogs was rising and rising. And of course, if you're not talking out how you feel, you end up more bigger stone on your happy road of your happy energy flow. Energy comes from the planets and from the planet Earth. So if it's your energy coming from the planet Earth, from the down, going up, and all these blocks there can move and choked. And then planet's energy coming to you and it's choked as well. So in your body is your negativity, mess, and all your things what you have from your life. And then you have the energy who tries to go in there and trying to work, and it's out of balance completely, like mess. And that's why, coming to intuition, our third eye is actually in the many kind of societies from young childhood. They actually wanted what your third eye would be active, because that's your intuition, that's your connection with the God, with your universe, with everything, and your lotus, like your beautiful purple connection to the chakra, connection to the planets. And if it's like they always wanted to activate it and wanted always and to make sure what your child lines is not closed and you grow up with this all connection. So I would just ask you, do you remember when you was child, you was dreaming dreams, you had the dreams in your life, but I grow up, I will do this, when I do this, when I, oh my God, it's like full of fantasies. And like we believed in fairies, we believed in all. And then somebody come in and say, what? No, you don't believe in that crap. That's nonsense. That's not real. And they blocking that. And they say, shoot. And you like, is it not? And I thought it is. No, it's not. Are you stupid? And of course you automatically say, no, I'm not. Okay, so I better don't believe it. And that's the boom, boom, boom from people, from society, and actually from people who don't want to see you happy. So that's exactly what that neighbor done. She go by, and she just gave me this message. She could not wait to tell for my mom when she come back from work. She tell the child. I could not understand. I can't understand how she could do that. And then what happens then? My old dreams just like, boom, 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 just shattered. To get married with my dad, was shattered. Everything was in the mess. And I took, like, you just growing up on that second. Like, I just grow up. I just like, whoop, I'm adult. That's it. Looks like dreams is gone. Everything is gone. Okay, then. I just go and do whatever others people say. And I become this good girl. I was very good girl. Like my sister and my brother, they was doing whatever they wanted and have problems in colleges and all. I was very good girl because I did not want to disappoint mom. I kind of did not want to disappoint anybody. Like I was good girl. I was happy kind of, but not the same as before my dad died. And when all this blocked, you don't trust yourself anymore. And that's exactly what happened to me. I could not trust myself anymore. When I went to the church to, just before get married with my future husband, the church man said, do you know what, if you get married, no man will be able to, separate you. And my heart was like, what? No, I don't want to get married. I knew I don't want to get married with this man because I kind of felt, I knew in my mind, in my old chakras in here, I knew. But who am I? I'm just good girl. I can't disappoint him. I can't disappoint now his mom. I can't disappoint my mom. Okay, so I just get married and being good girl. And yeah, I did. And what? Took me 3 years and I was divorced, a single mom. Yeah, that's my payback to not listening to me. Myself. To me, myself, and I should listen me, because that's the one smartest person for me to give me good ideas, the best ideas, best suggestions. But I didn't listen. And I still sometimes catching myself, like it's coming some warning, oh, don't do that, you will break it. And of course I'm not listening, and boom, I broke it. I'm like, it's like your higher self, it's always reminding you, I'm here, I'm with you, but you better, hear me, because you will be disappointed because something in there will not end up right what you wanted. And that's exactly how it happened. My life was all completely mess till I stopped being somebody's pleaser, till I stopped listening to myself And when I started listening to myself, whatever I just dream, they become my realities. So my love actually was in my heart, what was blocked. I was blocked. It took me a little while to work on me. So where would you think your block sitting in you? Do you feel you want to go and do something, but you don't know what? Do you feel you are blocked because you're not really beautiful enough for society's standards? Do you feel money not coming because you fear of doing something, of taking action? Do you think your love life, your heart is full of pain? Do you feel you're not really saying what you want? Like, say it now, write it down now. What do you really want? How do you feel? Say it for your person what you want to say, it how you feel without anger, but just say it out. And if you can't say it out, write it down out. Out. It's have to go out because it will hurt you inside. And do you believe and trust for yourself? Because when you know, then you know. But when you know what I better do with whatever others tells me, then it's different feeling. And do you ever feel it just took you just a second to think about that person and they text you or they just called you? I always say that. Like, for me, just enough just to think about my son and he's like, how are you, mommy? What? Like just today, I was trying to do Instagram live, like not live, sorry, a reel about I being in the magazine. And I wanted to tag my model and I was looking for her. And I'm just getting her, I'm looking at her picture, tagging her name, and I'm receiving message from her. We didn't talk now nearly a month. Like, I'm like, oh my God, that's so weird. And I still getting like surprised because I just love the surprises when they're coming. And when I started working and really enjoying, it's not like work, you have to tidy up your house. No, it's actually opposite. It's actually a lot easier, but you have to do it. So what happened, my field go wider, my energy field go wider. My blocks become weaker and weaker, and in the end they disappeared at all. And I started getting amazing energies. Like they just go from down to up, from top to down. And I become actually a lot more valuable person for me and for others. I then went and learned energy healing and I become a certificated energy healer. And it's not just because I finished and I have my license. I actually was upgraded and again worked. Our amazing teachers, they like so strong. And they actually worked on my blocks as well. And they actually cleared my blocks and they worked on that more and more deeper. And now my blocks, it's gone. I can't even say loud because I feel like, oh my God, And now my energy just flows up and down naturally. And I'm receiving everything what I want in my life. I just think and it comes like amazingly. And I know it sounds like, what? But that's why nobody like gurus and teachers wants to tell you. But like document don't want to tell you because you one day will not want to go to work because you say, no, I want to be my own boss, And if you do, let's have a free consultation and see how can I help you to rise your dreams and get away of your scarcities, because that's only they are holding you in your stomach. And if you think about, I'm afraid of that, where do you feel? Mostly you feel in your heart or in your stomach, because your heart is actually telling you, oh, it's a danger in there. but it's not. It's actually amazing feeling when you know you can wake up anytime, and you know when you work till nighttime, nobody told you only office hours. My office never closed, and I always, my doors is always open for my VAPs girls, for my clients, and actually for you. If you want to make a free planning session, your future planning session, and talk which block do you think is in you and how to release that. Because if you're not doing anything now, like now, today, tomorrow, do nothing, your life will not change as well. So don't blame Dogman. Don't blame somebody. Oh, my neighbor not give me. Oh, my this is not giving me. Oh, I can't do it because of. No, forget about them. You can't do it because you're not doing anything. That's mean you're still holding your dreams somewhere, pushed down somewhere. You're still holding your grudges for others, angers, and you're still living in fear. Fearful to go and try a new love. Fearful how to attract money more. Because so many things in there scary, yes. But you don't need to do scary things. You have to do smart things, what you know. Because your third eye is active and will not let you do something wrong. And if it's happened something, it's not because you done it something wrong. It's your lesson. It's okay to have it. All my life experience was bringing me to this point to understand for me what and where needs to be cleared, worked, cleared it, and worked to the point where everything flows at ease. Just today, I had 2 more opportunities to work with the movie and with the video, like videographers and for the musician. Like, wow. I was like, wow. And then I'm getting this link. You are in the magazine, whereas everybody will be watching you if they're flying with the France Airlines, if they're going in the Dubai Airlines, like so many people will see my article because it will be in the planes. I was like, oh, my heart was starting like vibrating with this happiness. Because this is what exactly is to live your happy life. So if you feel you are somewhere there and something there is not letting you live your flow of energy, flow of money, flow of happiness, let's have a chat. Don't wait of your time going by. Just go and talk. If you don't want to talk with me for some reason, go and get somebody who knows how to do it. But I'm doing this every day. First on myself. I'm working not because blocks, I'm just working to clear my all energetic field. And the same time, I'm working of many of my clients. And we're doing every 2 weeks free energy session, group healing session. Free, it's only for the first time. My only VAPs then joining together, and only then we're having an amazing energy sessions. And you can join us too. You can change your life with no hard job. But the biggest job is to take that step further to your happiness. Like coming and say, you know what? I'm fed up. Time for me to do something about it. I want to go. I want to change my life. But actually, why do you want to change life? Who will benefit when you change your life? Like my son, we actually had nice but not wow relationships because I was angry. I was all not happy. All man is blah, 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 and he was a man and he was my ex-husband's child, and he was always thinking I'm the wrong one, what you left him and all, was mess. And when I started working on me and working on my energies, we become a lot more happier together. And he actually was noticing that I'm a lot lighter, I'm a lot more like stressed, less stress, and actually more happy in whatever I am. As before, I was angry with no wash dishes, with the untidy room, with not done homework, not done this. Oh my God, I come home and I'm already, I would find reason to scream. I would, no problem. But actually, that makes nobody happy in the house and in your life. So when you starting working on you, everything changes. Then I started attracting amazing clients. Then I started amazing people to attract, like partners who wants to work with me. Then I was starting to attract amazing opportunities. Like I was just saying, I was invited to go to Cannes Film Festival to be a fashion judge and show my own collection in Cannes Film Festival. Like that was huge for me. Like I'm like, oh, what? I'm just a little migrant in here, working quietly, and now, oh my God, I'm in Cannes. I was invited to go to Paris Fashion Week. I attracted my man. It took me only 2 months to unblocking my blocks. And now I'm living my life where I'm actually just happy. And if anybody comes to me, something negative, I'm just saying, who cares? I'm not putting you in my body, in my mind, in my energetic field no more. So if you want to change your life to better, to a happier life, so you can live full of energy life, let's give me a call, a little private message and say, yeah, I want to talk. That's all how we do. Because we need to talk, we need to see how, what, where. And if you're not happy with me, just block me away and nobody cares. No harm done. But normally it's opposite. And normally we're being very happy family and we're having amazing groups together and beautiful group healing sessions together. And it feels so nice when we all can connect and work on our future. And actually, not only on our future, but actually on our loved ones, of our future, of our kids' future, and actually your grandmas and granddads and 7 generations who already passed. You clearing your line, you clearing your everything, and actually you working on your future and your kids' future. So let's break them chains from this negativity and let's create this beautiful flow in your life. Flow of money, flow of love, flow of good energy and health. Now is the best time to take action. So send me a private message and see how we can work on your blocks and we will fix that motorway. What is with loads of bumps there, but we can clear it and we can work on that for your better future. So I'm sending you loads of love from my heart, where it's actually only love and happiness for you. Because I know you deserve it, as long as you know you're worth it. And if you think you're not worth it, that's already reason to talk. So I'm sending you loads of love and thank you for being, and thank you for commenting. Thank you for saying, yes, that's me, or no, I'm okay. That's because only when you admit yes or no, I need to talk or no, that's all good. Your decision, your mind knows what you need, as long as your mind or not somebody else. I'm sending you loads of love and I talk to you on Monday, because on Monday, many of us will do something different and I will be having 8 o'clock as every day, tips for your better future. So I'm sending you loads of love and talk to you then.